but we have finally gotten to a point now we're ready to address the deck. All right, here we go. First layer of foam going in. So we just cut our plywood. We've got a slight problem here.
Yep, you got it. All right, we're on.
All right, let's put it under.
Well, you got hold. You're on here.
If we can't fix the transom, this boat cannot have an outboard motor on it. Welcome back, folks, to another episode of the 1988 Phantom Panther, right?
That's it. Yep.
Bass boat build. Holy moly, yeah, that's a lot. In case you guys are just joining us or have missed where we are and how we got to where we are, let's give you guys a quick recap. This is awesome. Tell me again, what's the year, model, everything of this?
It's an 86 Phantom
Yeah.
bass boat.
As you guys can see, we've got a nice, I don't want to say a clean slate to work with, but you guys know what I mean. We've got all the carpet out, because all this wood's got to be replaced. I mean, every single bit of this wood has got to be torn up, replaced. Every single bit of the foam has got to be torn out, redone. Oh yeah. Just whole pieces of wood, just. Walk me through what you're feeling right now.
Dude, that feels sturdy for
Yeah?
real.
Solid, for real.
Way
Dude,
better- way
it's
better
not
than I thought it
flexing
was
at all.
gonna
It's
be.
not even moving at all either. Yeah, so we've obviously been up to our elbows in work with this boat, but we have finally gotten to a point now we're ready to address the deck. We've got the stringers reinforced. We've got everything fiberglassed in. We're ready now to basically put the very top of the deck, the walking deck, back in place. We're gonna have to cut some plywood, make some really nice cuts to make it look as pretty as possible. Probably caulk it or silicone it in place, and then we can move on. Need a stirring stick. Yeah, there it is. All right, I guess we better freaking glove up and stuff, man. This stuff is like super poisonous, so we might.
Sick.
So guys, we completely forgot to mention the part about refoaming the hull of the boat. So we've got a little kit right here. Oh my Lord, super toxic and fragile. Got this right here. This is the resin and then the mixer, the hardener. It's almost like the fiberglass mixing process, which is kind of ironic, but we're just gonna start with a small cup, mixing this stuff up and going row by row. Let this stuff expand and then trim it down as we need to. So how much should we start with? Probably not a lot, right? How much is this? How much is in here? 1 gallon, okay. So let's start with a liter. So a liter is like a quarter gallon, right?
All right.
So we're only using a quarter of it.
So you're doing a liter, I'm doing a liter, or are you doing
Yeah,
half a liter?
no, we're doing a liter of each,
Okay.
yes. Because that's a one-in-one mixture,
Yep.
yeah. So I'll go ahead and start with this. Unless we think it's just like way too freaking, it might be way too much. What do you think, maybe just do a half? Let's do a half and see where we're at. Okay, as soon as you start going, go ahead and fill it up to a full liter. We don't have much time here, boys. All right, you're in there.
Oh, no, I'm not at a liter yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm at a liter.
Sorry, my bad. There you go.
There should be no swirls when you're done.
5. Swirls start to disappear. 19, 20. That's pretty freaking close right there, man. All right, here we go. First layer of foam going in. Probably not nearly enough. But I don't know. Have to see what this stuff does. It's starting to happen right there. It's expanding,
Yeah.
you can see it.
That's crazy.
Oh dude, it's going. Look at it. Oh man, it's all expanding. Whoa.
That's so cool.
Dude, it's freaking going, man.
Interesting.
That's kind of crazy, man. How hot it is what's crazy to me. Oh yeah, look, it's already starting to harden, dude. That's freaking nuts. That was almost perfect, dude.
Almost.
We did a freaking great job. We're so good at this.
Professionals.
Guys, this foam is so crazy. I mean, it says on the packaging that when you mix it, you've only got like 20 seconds to start pouring it because it's gonna start curing and hardening and expanding. But I mean, guys, it has already expanded almost perfectly for that little section. Now, there's gonna be some trimming that we're gonna have to do, and that's just the whole thing with foam. Once you get it laid in and let it set, trim off what you don't need to make it all kind of flush. But that is truly incredible. Let's get the rest of this deck full of foam. All right, folks, we got some foam in here. Oh, I don't know if I should walk on it or not. I don't really know. Probably not gonna. But this stuff is crazy. I mean, it actually turned out really well too. There's a couple areas where we kind of got a little squiggly. That's just because we had like a little open area that didn't quite get filled up, and we tried to come back through and put some in. But overall, these lines of foam, like Jay just showed up and he said, I mean, it almost looks like factory. Like it almost looks like if you cut the hole open on a brand new boat, it probably looks something like this. Now we just gotta trim it up and kind of make it all one flush area, because we are gonna put a 3/4 inch plywood cap on top of this to really complete the new deck. So don't know how we're gonna cut this stuff. It is, watch this, it is like rock hard. I mean, this stuff, it hardens like fiberglass almost. It's pretty crazy. So gonna have to get a little creative here on how to trim it. We're gonna get it done. All right, this is shot with the old grinder, boys.
Yeah, I'm going on that side.
Yeah, I have no idea what's gonna happen.
No, it may just melt it. I mean,
Yeah, I honestly don't know. All right, folks, we got the foam kind of sanded down to where it's all kind of flush, because now we got to come in here and put the cap on top of this deck. But I gotta be honest, this thing is looking really nice right about now. And these stringers, as strong as they already were, now that all this foam has kind of compacted and gotten dense, I mean, you cannot budge these stringers. And you could kind of move that middle one, but as you guys can see, I mean, they are freaking in there. They are not coming loose. Let's cut a piece of deck. Right here.
ready?
Yeah. That was the straightest cut I've ever made in my life.
Right? We got a problem though.
Yeah, I see that wood coming apart.
Yep, it's delaminated.
Fudge. So we just cut our plywood. We got a slight problem here. We got a taco situation going on right here. What did you call that?
Delamination.
Delamination. What does that mean when moisture gets in it and it starts to come apart?
The different layers come apart.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. Like we haven't even touched it. We just cut it, and this is how it came out. Are you not supposed to? I mean, how can you not cut plywood? Plywood has to be able to be cut, right? Not like anything we did wrong. What in the freak? So I mean, wood like this, you can't use this, right? I mean,
Yeah, on the pile, wood pile.
yeah, on the burn pile.
Yeah.
Jesus. Luckily, we have another sheet over here. Let's hope that it's not like this. But damn, Lowe's, you got to do better than this, man. Come on, this is. We even moved some plywood that looked really bad. Remember?
did, yeah.
We had to move a sheet off the top because it was all busted up. So we should have known.
I mean, this wasn't even bulging to
No.
where we could see.
No, it wasn't at all. Not until we cut it. Unbelievable. Well, let's hope the other sheet of plywood can perform better than this one can. All right.
Ready?
Yes, sir. All right, so we got the first piece of deck in. We're obviously gonna have to cut like 2 or 3 more pieces because there's this deck space, there's got some little crevices and stuff we're gonna have to go into, but got the first piece of 3/4 inch thick, pressure treated and water sealed by us. So it's double whammied. Now we're gonna mark where the stringers are because we're gonna have to drill down directly into the stringers. We obviously don't wanna drill into the foam, we don't wanna drill into the hole. We want to go right down into the new stringers that we put in there. Now, once we get all the pieces in place, we don't want there to be, you know, one piece that's fastened a little bit more than the other. So we're gonna use these little, what do you call these? Brackets, hinges, you know, whatever you wanna call them. And they're gonna butt up one piece of wood to the other. So we're gonna run those all the way down and then fiberglass over everything that we bracket, just to make sure it's water sealed, watertight. This should be so awesome by the time we're done. It should look like a brand new boat, but I don't know, we'll see. What if I'm off by 1 millimeter? We have to rebuild the whole boat.
Foam, we gotta take the foam out.
And just like that, folks, we got a brand new deck. Look at this. I know you guys can't really hear me taking steps, but let's just see how quiet this is. No, I mean, there's no creak. The only creaking is the trailer, but the floor is not creaking at all. It's 100% sturdy. With those new stringers and that foam, you can really feel that, especially in the middle. I mean, the middle, I feel like you could just do jumping jacks on this thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's so freaking strong now. So we've got our brackets in place. We've got all of our cut pieces of wood where they need to be. We're gonna lay a strip of fiberglass now directly over the hinges. That's gonna kind of bind everything together, make everything watertight. We're just scratching the surface of this boat's potential, but it's got some freaking potential. All right, folks, we got fiberglass laid down over all the brackets, over all the parts where the different pieces of plywood meet. That way they're binded together, they're waterproof, and we just gotta go around the outside with some marine caulking. And this deck is almost brand new again. It's been awesome walking on it, testing it out. It's definitely sturdy, got rid of all those soft spots. It's literally a brand new deck. I mean, you couldn't make it any better than we did, I don't think, at least for this type of boat. So let's seal this bad boy up and move on with the project. Woo! All right, well, the deck is now pretty much watertight. I mean, the wood's been water treated, put a silicone or like a caulk edge around the side. That way there's no way for water to penetrate this. Also filled in a couple little gaps that we had from the plywood not being cut perfectly, because we are just regular guys, by the way, just trying to make this project happen. But we were able to fill in some gaps. I mean, you know, we're gonna have to do a good cleaning, but this deck is pretty much done at this point. I mean, we're gonna obviously cover it up with some type of a sea deck or carpet or something, but that's gonna be towards the end of this project. But for now, this bad boy is finished, which brings us right along to the back of the boat. Okay, we have been ignoring two glaring things about this boat project. Not ignoring them, but just kind of backloading them. And it's there, we're there now. We've got motor and we've got transom, which is, if you guys don't know, the transom is this back piece of the boat. It's basically what your motor mounts to on a boat. And you can't work on the transom while the motor is still attached to the boat. So we're gonna have to remove this motor, take a closer look at this thing. And I have never done this before, so please be kind. All right, man, I guess we need to start like detaching cables and whatnot.
How do you do that?
That's a really good question, Andrew. Look at that. Look at us, man. We're not stupid. We're probably doing this like the hardest way possible.
Probably.
Oh yeah, baby. Nice. Took the throttle off. Oh my God, it's still together somehow. You gotta love how on this one thing, there was like 4 different screws, bolts, head patterns. There's like a star, a Phillips head, a flathead. I mean, holy smokes. That did nothing. Oh yeah, no problem.
Nice.
Dear God. Oh yes, let's go, baby. Well, when you can't disconnect the steering cord from the dash like you're supposed to, you just move on and disconnect it from the motor. Dude, so we're free now. Like, all we gotta do is take these bolts off and this motor is coming off.
Yep.
Oh man, it's kind of scary.
It's very scary.
It's been incredibly scary. But by God, we've made it this far. We gotta take this motor off now. All right, guys, so we got everything disconnected. Got the motor completely disconnected, all the steering cables, fuel lines, everything. So there's really nothing connecting it to the boat anymore except for these 4 big bolts and nuts and the bracket that's attached to it. Now we thought we would just take it off and lean it up against the wall or something like that, but apparently it's not very good to do with your motor. So we might want to put together this motor stand thing before we go ripping motors off. Off. Oh, thanks for holding the boat. So close.
Yep, you got it.
It's off.
All right, we're off.
All right, let's put it under
Well, you got hold. You're on here.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. All right, we got
All right.
it. All right, let's find that little section. Find that little section. You see it? Oh, there it is.
All right, it's on there.
Okay.
We good there?
Okay.
Flip over.
Now let's bring this down.
Yeah, it's
Just
top
hit that
heavy.
switch for me.
Top heavy. Hold
Yeah.
up.
It's not. The switch isn't.
Because we don't have any counterweight.
That's the lock right there.
It's on the other side.
Yeah. There you
There we
go.
go. Let's
Nope.
come down.
It's locked right here.
Yeah, it won't. You got to hold
Hit
it
it with
up.
the hammer.
I think.
Oh,
There you go.
There
you go.
okay.
There we go. There we go.
You
There
have
we
to
go.
lock. You picked it up and locked it.
Boy, that's barely.
Well, we might can put one of these bolts through it.
I would.
I definitely put a bolt through it.
Yeah, dog.
Okay. All right.
That right there is one slip away from
Yeah. Okay.
total restoration motor job.
Hey, still got it off there
did
though,
it.
by God, and got it on the stand. You good?
Oh yeah,
Jay?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm okay. It wasn't that bad. There you have it, folks. We've got the motor off the boat onto the little stand here that we just put together. That was intense. I mean, it really wasn't even that bad, though. That's the thing. Once we had it in our hands, I never felt like, oh, I'm going to drop this. But you had the heavier end, though.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to pull out the weight here.
Yeah, somebody's got to do the hard work. But we got the motor off. So that's that was a huge next step of this because, as you guys know, we've got to address the transom situation. And we can't look at the transom that well while the motor's still on there. So now, got a little bit of fiberglass cutting to do. Need to get in here and actually see what kind of a challenge is ahead of us with this transom. Oh boy. Dude. Oh my God. Oh, oh wow.
Right here, I was like,
That's-
oh, that ain't horrible. Yeah.
That's bad, boys. That's
Real bad.
That's really bad. Wow. Okay, guys. So we thought we were winning big time. We got the motor off. We built this stand. Everything went okay with that. But man, we looked in the transom and there is some major work to be done there just to get it back to where you can put the motor back on. So my head's exploding right now with all the ideas that we're throwing around. We've had Daryl, we've had Jay, we've had myself and Andrew, everybody kind of throwing their 2 cents in. Need to do some more research on this because transoms are, it's one of the most important parts of the boat, obviously, because that's where the motor is going to be. So you've got a lot of weight there. You've also got a lot of thrust and tension when that motor goes to, when you hit full throttle, this back portion of your boat's got to be able to take that force and work together with the rest of your boat to get on plane. So there's a lot that's going to happen in the next couple uploads just to make this safe and to where this product doesn't get just canned. Because if we can't fix the transom, this boat cannot have an outboard motor on it. It's pretty much that simple. So we're going to pick this up in the next video. We're going to move right into the transom, basically just the whole back half of the boat. We've got a ton of ideas already, so I think we're going to be able to figure this out. But guys, make sure you're getting in that comment section, especially if you're somebody who has worked on a transom before. Give us some suggestions. We will definitely be paying attention. Thank you all for all the suggestions you've been giving us so far and the thumbs up and the encouragement. It's been really cool. We appreciate it, but we've still got a lot of work to do. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the bell notification enabled. That way you guys don't miss any more boat updates. As you guys know, we're still doing fishing vlogs on this channel. We're still doing property videos, doing a lot of different types of content. But if you're here for the boat, make sure you're subscribed every Monday. Hopefully we'll have an update for you guys Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. We are out of here.